I'm gonna look around the harbor and talk to some of the people just to get some more information about the missing people.
Hey,
This guy's just a pain in the ass. I don't care about him. This is basically a brothel, so you know. If you're not 18, then stop watching.
Are you the one who runs
kidding.
this place?
I am Bromo, this is my house, and these are my girls. I like my girls. And if you like my girls too, then you'll pay for it, 50 gold pieces. And don't get the idea of making trouble here.
Are all your girls accounted for?
Of course they are. Or do you think I want to go to jail over something like that?
I wasn't asking about your payroll. I mean, are they all present, or have any gone missing?
Oh yeah. Actually, one of my girls has up and left. Her name's Lucia. I reported it to the militia too, but they claim they haven't found a trace of her yet.
Oh, that's dangerous.
How long has Lucia been missing?
Several days. I don't know exactly how long. I assume she ran off with one of her suitors, eh? That bitch made off with part of my savings, a really valuable golden dish, eh? If I get hold of her, I'll give her what for. So how is that any business of yours, huh? Do you want to have fun or not?
There's no point to, you know, the sex scenes in this game. They're just not like Risen, where you actually get some small reward out of it. This is just bullshit.
Hey,
Gotta
you!
talk to this guy.
Hey, do you need fish? Get your
He's a fishmonger.
Can you tell me something about those missing people?
Missing people? This is a harbor, pal. Things like that are bound to happen. The sea is treacherous and bound to claim a life now and then. Captains of large vessels will always sign on new sailors in a large seaport such as Corinus to complete their cruise. And if they don't find any volunteers, some people may get dragged off against their will, and then they're gone.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
What ship would that have been?
Good question. Not many ships have come into Corinus lately. That is true.
Are you missing someone?
Me? No.
Do you know of anyone who's gone missing?
No idea. Ask the shipbuilders.
Change?
That's all we get out of him.
Show me your...
But that's not the end of his importance here, so we'll be talking to him again.
Will never change. Will it ever change?
The shipbuilders are right over here.
It can't go on like this forever.
It looks like they're leaving.
Pick that up then. I've heard a thing or two.
You.
Wait a minute.
Oh, this isn't him. We'll be talking to him later.
Do you really think? I don't want to hear that.
Hey,
I guess I can't talk to him this time of day.
Exactly what I said. Anything's possible. Those are all just...
Then we'll go see someone else.
Really didn't deserve it. I hardly know what to believe anymore.
You should really have known better.
If you ask around
Believe that?
and you get like
I couldn't.
partial information about this quest, and then you report back to Vachos, you will get like incremental experience, but your final reward will get lower like accordingly. But it's good if you just like if you're nearly there and you just kind of need something to push you over the ledge to leveling up, which I'm nowhere close now because I just leveled up. But yeah, you know what I mean.
hey, you!
I think.
You're a fisherman?
Now, how did you ever guess that? Can't you simply leave me alone? Don't take it personally, but I haven't been too happy lately. It's that militia.
Trouble with the militia?
Those bastards keep coming here and taking whatever they want. Last week, they made off with my entire catch. It's for a good cause, they said. I know that everybody's got to fend for himself since the farmers have stopped trading. And of course, sometimes people just go hungry. Small wonder that they're snatching the fish from right under my nose. But if they keep doing this, I won't even have enough to feed myself.
Have you talked to the paladins about this?
Are you joking? Do you really think they'd be interested if a poor devil like me has his problems with the militia?
Maybe I can help you.
I don't know. I suppose you'd have to know somebody from the militia who has connections to the paladins. The paladins will hardly buy the fish from me.
I shall see what I can do. Can you tell me something about the missing people?
My friend William started hanging out with a bunch of shady characters. And where did it get him? One day he simply didn't show up for work. And that's the last we saw of him.
Your buddy William has disappeared?
So he has. He's a fisherman, but a little too big for his boots, I should add. He should have stayed well away from that bunch.
When did you last see him?
Only a few days ago.
Maybe he just went out to sea to fish.
That's not very likely.
See, he's the guy who
His
says
boat is still moored in the harbor.
he saw his friend a few days ago, but then other people say he hasn't seen him for like 2 weeks or something.
What's he been up to?
William had some shady dealings with those crooks. I think it was all about contraband that he sold to the bastards.
He'll surface again.
I don't think so. He's been gone for too long already. I'm afraid that I'll be dragging his body from the sea at some point.
What bastards would those be?
I don't know who they are or what their business is here in Corinus. I only know the place where they met up with William. I just happened to see William there when I was fishing in the bay.
Where exactly is that meeting
Whoa,
place?
water
There's a
splitching.
bay opposite the harbor, north of here. You can only reach it by boat or swim. There's a beach there, and a small fishing camp. That's where I saw them.
I think I've heard enough.
Spare yourself the effort. I don't believe you'll find him.
Alright, so that's that. He's missing his friend William. Just nabbed some fish down here. Here's a clam. Clams sometimes contain valuable things, but not very often. Sometimes you'll end up with something that's he can sell for about as much as you could have sold the clam for, which is that seemed unusually fast in my opinion. I gotta cook some meat. I got a lot of meat that's not cooked. This just takes forever though. I'm not gonna cook the whole thing. What I like about Gothic 3 is using something like this opens up a menu where you can be like, oh, I'll cook it all. Oh, I guess that was all the meat I had. I'm not sure why... Oh, that scared me. I'm not sure why like the names of things aren't really popping up. Maybe they just don't have... Normally when you focus on an object, its name will pop up. Actually, I think it's because I turned those settings off in the options. Something about the water is just what drags down my frame rate so much. Maybe not the water, maybe it's just like the hustle and bustle in that part of the harbor.
I don't know why you get so worked up.
So like just paying attention to frames, it's at like 45 frames right now, and then looking up it's like 17. It's just frustrating.
That's not what my husband thinks.
Now we're gonna go talk to the shipbuilders.
He simply talks too much.
This guy has a job for us, but we're gonna talk to him later because we can't do that job yet.
Hey,
What are you doing here?
I'm building a ship because I want to get out of here as fast as I can. But the way it looks right now, this ship will never be finished.
Why are you in such a hurry?
Soon the orcs will come and burn down the city.
What makes you think that?
Boy, have you noticed the paladins running around everywhere? Why do you think they're here? I tell you, they're here because the orcs will attack soon, and that won't be pretty.
Can I help you somehow?
Yes, you can. Find out what the paladins are planning. I want to know why they're here. And I have to know if the orcs will attack, and how far from the city they are. One of the bastards was even seen outside the city. Just bring me all the information you can get. I need to know how much time I have left to finish the boat.
Why can't you finish your ship?
Oh, we have thousands of problems. The hull still isn't stable, and it's still missing a lot of boards. But I have hardly any gold left to buy new material with, and the last delivery had bugs in it. My boys don't work productively. One's a fast ship above all else, the other one is worried about the figurehead. As if we didn't have more important things to do. Also, one of my people is simply not showing up for work anymore. I'm beginning to fear that this will delay the construction even more.
You're one worker short?
Yes, his name is Monty. He's vanished into thin air. That lazy pig is probably living the high life on a farm somewhere. I should never have paid him in advance.
I've heard that other people have gone missing too.
Just what I'm saying. That's where the evil starts. Farum, the fisherman, told me something similar. His buddy William is no longer around. I bet that the orcs are behind all this.
That's that. So you may remember that Farum actually told us that over here is a small harbor where his buddy William was hanging around, and we're gonna go check it out because we are motherfucking Sherlock Holmes. You know what I hate? I have such a short-term memory. I'll often come up with something to say when I'm like in the middle of a conversation or something, like in the game. But then by the time like the conversation is over, I forget what I wanted to say. Like, seriously. My attention span is just so short. Another reason why I haven't been posting as much lately is because I've been trying to get to the gym a lot more. I know you guys don't know much about me, but the truth is I'm actually like seriously overweight. I've been trying to fix that. And it's quite exhausting. Like I spend a while at the gym, but then it just tires me out for the rest of the day. When I'm tired, I don't want to try and do something like this, because then I just kind of have a shitty commentary. It's really boring. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood for games. And here's a fellow.
There you are at last. I've been waiting here for hours. Just a moment. You're not a merchant from town, are you? Where is Baltram?
Baltram? You're waiting for a merchant?
Smart kid, aren't you? That's what I just said, isn't it? That good-for-nothing junk merchant seems to have forgotten me. If only I could get my hands on him.
Who are you?
I don't see how that's any of your business. But if you must know, my name is Skip. Does that ring a bell?
Who?
Are you telling me you've never heard of Skip? Holy shit! Where do you live? I'm one of Corinus's most wanted criminals. Me and my boys have been the scourge of the waters around this crummy island for years. Come on, you must have heard of me.
But of course. It's all coming back to me now.
Honestly, you've really heard of me before? Oh shit. And I had been thinking of strolling into town. Good thing I didn't. The
This guy's
militia
one of my
would
favorite
put me in a
characters.
slammer right away.
Where do you come from?
You want to know where our hideout is?
If I tell you that, I might as well invite the militia to arrest me. And in case you would like to pay us a visit, it wouldn't help you in the least. The island of Corinus is large, and no one ever gets to where we are anyway, unless they have a cog or some other ship. And then you'd have to find your way through the cliffs as well. Nobody gets through there unless they know the secret path. There are only 2 people who know the path, and you're not one of them.
A lot of citizens are missing, and everything seems to indicate that you're not quite innocent in the matter.
Damn it. It's not what you think it is. Do I look like a slave trader to you? No, I only transport goods. What they are and where they come from is no concern of mine. We have shipped all kinds of things for those swine. First, it was just regular stuff. Well, sometimes it may have been contraband. But then they started to kidnap the inhabitants of the city. No idea what they're planning to do with them. All we did was ferry them across.
Who are you talking about?
The bandits, of course. Who else? The filthy scum who are making themselves at home all over the island. And not just here, around Corinus.
Just bandits isn't good enough for me. I want a name.
A name? You want to know who's leading the bandits? Damn it! What was that bastard's name again? I just can't recall his name. Even if it wasn't all that complicated. But I can show you where to find the boss of the gang in this part of Corinus. Have you got a decent map?
No.
Then I guess I'll have to give you a description. There's a very big farm far to the east. The farmer's name is Onar, I think. He's got some fairly large fields. To the south of those fields, there's a small fortress on a high cliff. That's where you'll find your man. I remember his name now. Dexter. Yes, I think they called him Dexter.
Where did you take those people?
I already told you. I'm not going to tell you where our bay is.
So that's that. We got some more information. Turns out Dexter, who you might remember used to be a shadow in the new camp, is arranging for people to be kidnapped. And if you want to complete the quest to join the Ring of Water, you have to confront him. Which we will do in due time. First, we're just going to rob this guy. So, pirates are pretty fun in this game. They are entertaining people. There's only a few of them though, and we don't really meet most of them until later. But we've already met the 2 best characters, which are this guy and Greg. I think Greg was kind of like the, I don't know what you would call it, I guess the prototype for Steelbeard in Risen 2. You can notice a lot of similarities between them. You know, I haven't saved in a long time. You really gotta save a lot in this game. Sometimes you can just die out of nowhere, and other times the game just like decides to shut down. Actually, my computer makes a nasty habit of shutting itself down too. Fucking Windows updates. Oh, here's something I should tell you. That trick that I used to survive falls in the last game does not work in this game. If you try to strafe while you're falling, it doesn't work. I picked up a lot of things, so I'm gonna take a look at them. Oh, got a lot of leather. I mean, leather bags of money. Got a pearl. Oops, I won't use that. Got a clam meat. Got some spiny clams.
Nothing there.
Oh, it's empty. Got some sulfur. God damn it. And another pearl. How about that? So yeah, unfortunately, a lot of the early parts of this game are just going to be running around Wow, I have never found that before. Sweet. But that's just how the game is. The action happens later. I don't know how long it's been, but I feel quite done for today. Today was actually pretty busy for me. Aside from the gym, I've also had to walk all the way to the AT&T store to get my phone fixed. And I don't have a car, which means I have to walk everywhere, and this store is like halfway across town. It was a hike. I'm actually just gonna do one more thing before I call it quits. Hello,
Hey,
Thorben.
you! How about your approval, Master?
Has Vatras given you...
Not yet.
Then I don't know why...
I didn't get a blessing from him? I thought I did. Well, let's
Can
just
you
do this
teach
then.
me...
You have brought me the 100 gold pieces. That is very decent. I am almost... If I can... Give me an...
Here you go.
Fine.
In that case...
Teach me how to pick a lock.
All you need is a lockpick. If you move it carefully left and right in the lock, you can unbolt the mechanism. But if you move it too much or too fast in the wrong direction, it will snap right off. The more adept you become, the fewer lockpicks you are
Someone's knocking
going
on
to
my door.
need. That's all there is to it, really.